Hey, Pappy. How was your holidays? Pretty good. Bit tiring because there was a lot of traveling, a lot of driving back and forth to seeing different family members, and yeah, my family all lives in different states. None of my family actually lives in the same state as me, so a lot of long drives. But it was good to see everyone. Alrighty. Let's get right into it. So we're going to be going for Poro King first. The reason we're going for Poro King is the fact that we have this right here, Bandle Magic. So game start, the player summons the Bandle tree. Round start, create a follower from a new region in hand. If I've seen allies from 10 different regions, win the game. So this is honestly normally not worth trying to win through, because you can normally win just by focusing on winning the game. But this is interesting. Poro King is one of the better champions to try to make use of this, because he can summon Poros from many different regions. So we're gonna try to play with this. The one bad thing is this is taking up a board spot, but we might be able to win with this in some of the matches. We have Ocean's Verse when either player plays a spell, give their weakest ally elusive this round. So we'll need to watch out for that. But again, there are elusive Poros, so we should be fine. But we are just a 3-star champion going up against a deadly modifier, so this will be interesting. Well, you made it through? Yeah, luckily I didn't have to do all the driving alone since I had my lovely wife with me, so road trips aren't too bad. We like spending the time together. For the constellation, his star powers, if allies have 4 or more unique keywords, grant allies 2/2 at round start, so some really good board-wide scaling. And then +1 starting mana round end. If an ally died this round, grant your weakest ally 1/1 and a random keyword. So this is nice. It's a round end effect to try to buff your unit and give you another keyword, so that this round start effect can trigger and give you more keywords. So that's pretty nice. Now for the build we're going with, we're going for Spirit of the Buru. So our 1-cost ally, so most of our Poros are going to have the Overwhelm, Quick Attack, and Fury. Really good, but also 4 keywords. Black Shield, so all of our units get that spell shield, so that's the 4th keyword. So we're immediately triggering our star powers just every single round, pretty much. And then Secret Technique, when ally gains stats from a spell, gains twice that many. This is really good for all of our Poro snacks to just buff up all of our Poros even more. Hey, Carthians. So let's grab this, and we will head in here to the Nightmare. Where's Jump? Haven't seen him today. Never thought about that with Poro Snacks. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Alright, let's see what we can get for a power here. Enemies have -1, Raiding Party, Duelist. I think we'll go for the Disarmed. It's a really nice counter to the Deadly modifier, and it can just help us with our early game, not take too much damage while we get our scaling off. So simple, but it'll be nice for us. Alright, let's load into Chempunk. Yeah, Secret Technique's pretty fun with the Poro King, also really fun with Nasus with his Siphoning Strikes. Let's get rid of the Catamobile, but I'm okay with the rest of these. Gotta finish leveling champs. I just have a small amount of champs I haven't gotten to 30 yet. Yeah, I know it can be quite a grind. Luckily they added in the pearls, but yeah, it can be a little rough. So we could go for the Lonely Poro. I think I'll drop this first, because he'll be able to get the buffs. I guess we can drop both of them. Yeah. And we'll just pass. We'll let our scaling go off.
When tribe calls, a reply is proper.
Alright, here, let's drop the Professor.
Pause for thought. Stay back.
Alright, so we'll have one of our Poros dying, but killing one of their units. Killing the unit actually doesn't matter that much. Let's just try to get the better blocker going. Uh-oh. Game. All right, well, ad dropped and also game froze. So I think we're probably going to have to close it out. Not sure why that's going on. Yeah, the Poros broke the game, apparently. All right, time to force close this. Haven't had it freeze up like this in a little while. Oh well. At least the ad dropped while that was going on, so anyone stuck in that isn't really missing anything. All right, here we go. All right, perfect. I will wait the last like 20 seconds just for anyone stuck in the ad break. Yeah, that was a little rough. Oh, goodness. All right, everyone should be getting back. Let's drop our Poro. Okay, this will be nice. 2 1-drops. That'll be solid. Giving us one other region. So we could go for Poro Nip. Try to kill some of theirs. I think let's actually go for the scaling. Yeah, some of these units are pretty expendable. So we can go ahead and attack. We don't have enough damage to kill like our professor. And if they kill these two, yeah, it doesn't really matter. All right. Oof, that's going to be rough because, yeah, since they're dealing damage to our units, they are stunning them. We could go for a Poro Nip. Sure, let's go ahead and kill that one, and then we'll play our student.
2 worlds, 1 balance.
Oh, the ones that got the elusive were stunned. All right, so we've seen 5 regions so far. I think let's drop another Poro Snacks. I think let's just try to put some nice pressure on with these units. All right, GG. Yeah, we're not necessarily trying to only win with the landmark, but we are trying to utilize that as much as we can to have that as a backup win condition if needed. Grant an ally 2-3. 3-2. This isn't really great. I think it's going to overfill our hand because since we're generating cards every single round, we actually don't really want draw. So this is a 1 cost, so it would get all of our benefits. And we do have some synergy with it. I think that'll be okay. We really need cheap cards so we can just play a lot. Let's see. So Braum is great synergy since he has all those, obviously, Poro powers. Wouldn't be bad to branch out to other regions, though. Maokai we could play for free. Tossing cards is always a little bit rough. Barrier, lifesteal. Yeah, we only have 20 cards. I'm just worried about Maokai slowly killing us. Like, if we had Maokai plus, like, the Grifter's deck, that'd be okay. I think we'll risk it. We'll try Maokai. He's interesting. I haven't used him as a support champion in a very long time. This could backfire, but let's try to do something a little bit more interesting. All right, cut a card. We don't want to do that because we don't want to run out. I think let's go for the Spells Chest. Get an extra mana gem. Sure, let's go for the Feral Mystic. Maokai would be a very interesting champion for them to add. I know they have plans for Nautilus, which is the other sort of toss deck. Let's get rid of Poro King. And this... We'll actually get rid of the Poro Nip as well. Sure. We'll open with Professor. He's not enough to trigger our star powers, but he can then buff everyone else up, which is pretty nice. Alright, so we can drop Maokai for free.
The Isles will bloom again.
Tools in hand, off I go.
I think let's attack with these and we'll hold off everyone else.
Bar the doors.
Alright, we didn't know if they were going to do anything to try to kill any of our units, which wouldn't be bad to try to buff them up. I think we might not actually hold on to Maokai. We don't really have room for the saplings. So I think I might replace him and just try to get another region going. Like, we already have 5 regions, which is pretty decent. Let's get rid of that one. And it killed the landmark. Alright, so there's no more playing with that, apparently.
You can count on me.
Oh well. We were doing well.
Very risky indeed.
Alright, let's go ahead and just try to do as much damage as possible. Yeah, we don't really care if most of our units... I mean, none of them are dying, but we're fine if they would. They need to fix the Poro King Constellation with the 6-star. Either way to get more special snacks or a reason to play the king. Yeah, it is kind of the problem right now where you kind of don't care about the Poro King. We could play Heart of the Fluffed. Sure. I almost never play this card because it's better to just have other ones going, but
Brackeyes and flags.
trying to open up some room isn't too bad.
The relics! This one, specimen. May I look at you? Where have you been all my career?
Alright, let's... Yeah, we can get rid of this one. The other one has the... regen, but it won't be too bad. Alright, GG. Board-wide scaling, too good. Give an item to the Heart of the Fluff to find a reason to play it. I mean, they also need to fix the fact that when you play Heart of the Fluffed, it will... You need to replace a unit. So even though it's going to suck up all the Poros, and by playing it, you're going to make room, if you have a full board, it still makes you replace one of your units, which is really dumb. So they need to fix that interaction as well. Yeah, you do have a problem with your hand and board space, because once you have units on the board, if your scaling's going off, you don't really want to replace them because you're replacing a big unit with something smaller, so you're kind of like resetting your scaling. So unless your units die, you run out of things to play. And also, Poro King is all about playing more units to generate more Poro snacks, but you don't really play it that much. So yeah, there's some problems with Poro King, definitely. Getting Poro Stories, like we already have this, making it even cheaper, this will be really nice. It's like one of our best cards, so getting more of it will be very good. Heal an ally, draw 1. Since this is Grifter's deck, we are going to grab it. Just because we are playing with Maokai, there might be times where we're actually leaning into him more and going for that toss. And so being able to try to add some cards back into our deck could be good. Slot bot, shop, or champion item. I think I probably want to go for the shop, to be honest. Just get another, like, decent power. So let's go for the Grumpy Rock Bear. Make Heart of the Fluffed a spell and burst. Yeah, like, he's a fun deck because it's all about scaling up Poros, which is great. But he definitely has some issues. Let's get rid of these two. Yeah, another issue is we have so many Farsight units that our hand is just filling up very quickly.
Dust and mold.
We should have played the Cartographer first. Oh well.
Oh, but let me have a look here.
Like this? Oh, I see.
We'll drop this to get one of our units elusive, and our hands full. So we could play Maokai for free, but we can already like get that region pretty easily. All right, so they have someone big enough to kill Professor. So we could go for Poros next to buff up our Poros. Or we could attack and when some of these die, try to replace them. I think let's
Find some
attack like this, and then we'll decide based on how they block if we want to go for Poros next, or if we want to go for some of our one drops. All right, so this is going to give that 2/2, meaning it's going to be able to kill that, so it should, yeah, because of the secret technique. So like this is an issue where we can drop other units from other regions, but we have a full board and they're all really nice big units. So it's like we can play something, but it's not even that good to do that. I think let's actually drop this and start to have that shuffling.
tools in hand. Off I go.
All right, GG. Yeah, it's like we are just a 3-star champion. It's interesting because we kind of need them to have big enough units to kill our units so that we can then replace them. But if they're doing that too often, then we're like falling behind. I think we'll just go for the Poro snacks. I mean, killing an ally, this isn't terrible because it could help get something off of our board, kill an enemy unit, give us another Poro. So it's not bad. Sure. Let's go for the shop, see if we can get something decent. Having another type of Poro isn't bad. Allies have +1. I'm fine with that. We could add this. I think I'm fine. I think I'll just try to generate this one. We're probably going to cut this card, to be honest. We normally don't like playing it. Yeah, I think we're fine. All right, let's go here for cutting a card. And yeah, I think we'll cut that one. Yeah, normally not going to play it. All right, let's go for Fiora.
I would cut down the opposition.
Yeah, Poro King, especially also without getting your epic relics, also can feel a little rough. Let's get rid of Undergrowth and Poro King. I'm fine with holding on to Maokai. Having the extra +1 starting mana, though, is going to be great. I think I'll actually try to drop this here. And yeah, we are not going to try to stop this.
Can. She's not impressed.
We could go for a Poro Snacks, but I think we will try to develop our board a little bit more.
Been all my career. May I look at you?
All right, a lot of units dead, but honestly, that's not too bad. We have 4 regions so far.
The blessed eyes live through me.
So we could go for a Crumble to kill their Fiora. I think we'll hold off for now.
Perhaps we should hospital.
So this will actually be pretty good. So we can attack like this, and Fiora's not going to level, because since this unit has quick attack, it's going to strike her and then die. So she's going to get hit, but she's not going to get any benefit from it. Do we want to keep Maokai on the board? Or just let him attack and probably die? Like our saplings. We'll keep him around for now.
A little luck for those who need it.
Oof, that's a little rough when it gives us a really expensive card. Alright, so that's not really going to do anything. It will let them attack.
I will cut you down.
I think we'll skip that block. Let's maybe go for a crumble here and just kill their Fiora. Alright, so they killed some of our units. Not that big of a deal. We're at 6 regions. We could drop Maokai again. Sure. 11 cards left, yeah. Let's go ahead and kill that one. Alright, so we can attack with pretty much everyone. We can get rid of this guy and yeah, try to do some good damage. We'll try to go for the Thorny Toad. Actually, what ones it shows us? Alright, so we've played ones from all those regions. We don't have a lot of cards left.
Raise the banner. Lift our spirits.
It's like we're obliterating the enemy deck, but we're almost going to be dead ourselves. Alright, let's see what they do. Nothing? Alright. We've 6 cards left.
I refuse to wilt.
Alright, we'll just be able to attack and end. We have like these other alternative win conditions with Maokai and the Bandle Tree, but both of them are like a bit too slow, and like Maokai is almost killing us. Reckoner's Mark, he's normally probably just gonna straight up die, but do we also care about that? Not necessarily. I think we're fine with that. Drop him, he can try to get a kill. If he dies, it's not a big deal. Deep Cuts, Sorcery. Deep Cuts could give us a lot of extra damage, especially into the Deadly modifier. I think we'll go for Sorcery just for that little bit of extra flexibility. Alright, cut a card. Again, we're trying to avoid cutting cards just because of Maokai. So let's go for Spray Fin. Although he's just going to completely counter the effect we just got. Oh, man. Yeah, I kind of... Oh, I hate both of these. Whatever, we'll go for Spray Fin. Yeah, I don't have a good time with him. Alright, let's get rid of the ritual. Yeah, this will be okay.
Dust and mold hide wonders beyond compare. Where have you been all my career?
At least it doesn't have as many items as the Face Adventure. It's still pretty annoying though. Alright, so they'll be able to block with that one. I think we'll just pass and try to get our scaling off. They didn't steal. Round start if the player has spell mana. Oh, I guess what happens is this goes off first and checks if we have spell mana. And then at the time we don't, and then this goes off because it happens in order of whoever's like has the attack token, their power goes off first. So we actually got some of our mana, so that's nice.
Where have you been all my career?
All right, so we'll put that one there. And we will hit that one. Yeah, that'll be okay.
Conditioning.
Sure. Drop this guy, drop a bunch of Poros next turn. So yeah, we filled up our mana and then they stole it. Alright, so our units are kind of already way bigger than all theirs. So they do absolutely nothing.
Nothing feels better than the sun on your scales.
Alright, so we have 6 regions. We could drop Maokai, just get a kill right away. I think let's go for our Poros next. And we'll see what they do. Alrighty. Yeah, it's like I don't really want to replace anything, so it's kind of a struggle. Because we could play Maokai for free, but we're just replacing one of our units that's actually pretty strong. And like we could replace the Bandle Tree. I mean, yeah, at this point we're not going to win off of it. GG. Hey, Torcat, welcome. Heart of the Fluffed, sure. When ally dies or last breath, toss 1. I do like the toss mechanic, and I wish we could play around it more. It's just an issue that we're going to be accidentally killing ourselves. Yeah, we can go for this one. We can go for this Poro. So this would be summoning an Ionia unit right at the start of the game. It is a 2-drop, not a 1-drop, but that should be good. I hope Bandle Tree is not a play effect. I think it should work with a summon effect, but not 100% sure. All right, this is our last place to spend money. And getting a couple more cards in our deck isn't too bad. I think we'll actually go for the Missed Call. We can then throw away some of our units and then kind of refill our board. I think let's do a reroll. Mighty Poro, Quietus. Kill a unit with a total power and health of 4 or less. It says kill a unit, not kill an enemy. So technically we could use this on one of our own units. Like the Poro Snacks is tempting, but I don't think we're going to get this off too often. Going for a rally's not too bad, since we have the extra mana. So, sure. Summon a sapling, next round starts. Grant ally spirit, that's not too bad. Sure. Buffing up our whole board is nice. Yeah, we are kind of flooding our deck with some somewhat random stuff, but we're wanting to make sure if we do end up milling a lot or tossing a lot, we're not going to mill ourselves to death. All right, spells chest, item chest, the foe rallies. I think let's actually go for the spells chest. Let's go for a Wild Claw. You think they're going to drop any info on upcoming updates today? No, I do not think so. We're still a couple weeks out. I don't think we're going to get anything until like the Friday before. Finally got to leveling set. Nice. He's pretty fun. Let's get rid of Poro King and we'll hold on to the other ones. It would be nice if they did, but yeah, I don't see that happening, to be honest.
If it's Acadian, probably cursed.
Drop this. Go right there.
Look how you've been all my career.
So yeah, turn 1 and we already have 4 units. And we can kind of throw some of these away just to reduce down the damage we're taking. Yeah, not too bad.
see 'em.
Alright, so we'll be taking damage.
The relics.
That's fine. Let's try to reduce that down a little bit. We can go for Missed Call here. We actually have units dying. I don't think we have anyone from Bilgewater yet. No. So let's play this to get rid of that one. All right, so we actually have a good amount of regions. We don't have the Shadow Isles yet. So I think we will actually replace this guy. All right, that's fine. Since this doesn't have Overwhelm, we're not really worried. We could use Poro Nip to kill it, but I think we're probably going to go for the Golden Aegis anyways. Sure. We don't have Shurima yet. So we could drop this. But I think let's go ahead and just get A attack in. Oof, that I do not like that Overwhelm. So let's go ahead and try to deal with that before it becomes too much of a problem. All right, we're at 7 regions. So that's not too bad. We don't have Bandle yet.
Anyone hurt?
Let's Gloom that one.
Find your style. You find yourself.
So we are at 9. We'll attack and we'll probably just end up ending, but we're close. Wait a second. Did Shadow Isles not count? We played our Maokai, I think. If I've seen allies from 10 regions win the game, I don't think I see Shadow Isles, but we played our Maokai. I guess it didn't count because he immediately died. So we actually could have hit it. That's a little sad. Oh, look, we're not technically ending. Toss 3, drain from unit. Alright. We'll actually be able to win through the Bandle tree. Nice. Deal 2 to a unit. Sure.
Noxians are not the monsters.
Hooray. We can drop this one here. Alright. GG. It takes forever to level to 50. Yeah, I don't really try to level to 50. I just play the champions I feel like playing. I maybe use like a XP boost to get them through like 30 to 40 and just get a lot of those upgrades very quickly, because that part of leveling isn't too bad, but the 40 to 50 range is very slow, and so I don't think it's worth throwing a bunch of the XP boosters at it. I think we'll go for this. We don't really like the extra card, but both these would be giving us an extra card. But I like the revive and the unit, so that's not too bad. Let's go for spells chest. Toss 2, draw 2. They discard 1. It is a 4 cost. Not too excited about that. We don't really need to draw that much. I think let's try for a reroll. Poro Nip with Grifter's deck. That's nice. So we could heal up, or we could cut a card. Could get rid of Heart of the Fluffit. I think we'll just go for the heal. All right, let's go for Jinx.
I like
Hello, Fee. Welcome. I did just see how many levels I'd have. Like 50k XP boosters, though, so I wasn't too worried about it. Yeah. Let's get rid of a couple of these. I think we'll open up with Professor,
Quite right, quite right.
and we can drop a Poro stories,
I want formation.
and we can attack.
Do scuttler snakes do walk sideways?
And then we can drop this right here.
Sound the alarm.
All right. Let's
Intruder, get him.
try to reduce down the damage we're taking a bit.
Bye-bye.
What about healing up Horror King? We're going for Spirit, Black Shield, and Secret Technique.
I know Shuriman history like the back of my loop. But it's called
Some rock got me good. There's a blast from the past.
All right, let's
Well,
May I look
drop
at you?
that one there. We have 8 cards. All right. Not too bad. I think we'll leave it there. But Ad did also drop, so we'll just hold off for anyone that got hit by that before we keep going. They have already done a lot of damage to us. But I think Jinx should be a decent one for us because they just have so many units for us to try to kill. Although the fact that they have a full board and we have 1 slot isn't the best. I used a 10k XP on Invested, the 6.5 ASOL went from 43 to 46. I mean, honestly, that's not even that terrible. Because yeah, those high levels in the 40s are pretty bad. All right, about 20 seconds. Everyone will be back. So we have only 3 so far. But should be fine. All right, let's go ahead and end this round. I think let's try to just attack and do as much damage as possible.
Specimen.
Still didn't lose that many units, sadly. Let's drop this because we need that as a region.
Career.
We might still kill it. We just have so much mana. Let's actually use this first. I don't think we have Bandle.
May I look at you? Disarm specimen.
All right, there we go. So we got 6 now. That's not too bad. Do we still need Noxus? We do. So even though we're getting rid of a good unit, we're going to drop this here.
Shoots?
Toss, drain 2 from a unit. Sure. Let's go ahead and kill that guy.
Been all my career.
We already have Bandle, so... Oh, Mysterious Portal. Drop this one.
I remember this is Tempest style.
We actually don't have Freljord yet. We haven't played anything Freljord. Alright, we're at 8, and we have a heal. This is actually going pretty well. So we could drop Heart of the Fluffit. Or Fluffed. Sure. So that's a pretty massive unit. And it already has Lifesteal. Let's go ahead and try to drop this here. Alright, that one's dying. We could save it, but we kind of don't care. Alright, they have 1 health. Alright, what one are we missing? So, Noxus, Demacia, Freljord, Shadow Isles, Targon. Ionia, Bilge, Piltover, Bandle. Is it Shrima? Yeah. So we can actually drop this one right here. And we can, even though we just have 1 health, we can actually end from Bandletree. GG. Nice. Happy that we actually were able to get some Bandletree wins. All right, that was a little messy. Poro King does have kind of some issues, but overall he can still be very powerful, especially when you get Spirit of the Baru especially. But when you're triggering his star powers every single round and just getting that 2-2 scaling, it is pretty good. Glad we're actually able to get some wins with the Bandletree. Sometimes it can be not really worth playing around, and that was still most matches, but glad we were able to get a couple wins with it. Oh boy, a gold vault. Stardust. Hooray. No, we're just completing all the quests. This one with Talia was fun. I mean, yeah, Talia would be okay. Hey, Jim. Yeah, it was pretty good. Alright, so next up, we have the 5.5 Darius. This one is pretty general. Like, these aren't really pushing you in any direction. The long rest, yeah, it's going to be annoying the units constantly having regen. And then the inevitability and deadly just means they are scaling up like crazy. So it will be pretty challenging. We are going to try to go for Diana. Diana is very good. Yeah, Ashe would be a good one for this one, but we actually just made some Ashe content. Normally when I'm looking at who to choose, I try to be like, okay, who have I not used in a couple months? And Diana's one we haven't done a video on for a little while. So this will be a challenging encounter, and we are just a 3-star. But Diana is really good. We're using Chosen, Echoing, and Hidden Tome. We're trying to just play Diana and then drop a ton of her Pale Cascades. This is really nice because it shuffles the Diana in our deck and then it draws a card. So potentially we can just keep drawing these. We get great cost reduction with the Hidden Tome and Echoing. So we can pump out a ton of these. We get good scaling with the Faded and Augment. And then also Diana's star powers are pretty good because we're going to be able to get double attack. And then also be able to buff up our units. So it will be a pretty tough challenge, but we'll try to do it with Diana. And yeah, let's see how it goes. With the inevitability and deadly, if we don't end in the first turn or in our first or second attack, we're probably just going to get outscaled and lose. Toast, hold my 3 stars? Yeah, pretty much. Need a good constellation for nightmares. I mean, Diana is really crazy. Overwhelm. So we're pretty much already going to get this from our Chosen. Rush them down is okay. Like, both of these would be fine. We're trying to get something just a little bit better. Inheritance, we hopefully aren't going to have anything die. Stabilize can be pretty good. Both Dianas will have their Echoing activated, so it's going to make all of our champion spells cost 2 less. So that'll be good. They'll both have good scaling. Now the Ephemeral Diana won't be able to get the double attack off, so that's going to limit it a little bit, but overall it's still going to be worth grabbing. Let's pick that one up and go for Battlesmith. Hey, Hidden Rooster. Also, we should probably reduce it down. Hopefully it doesn't feel too terrible. Let's get rid of both of these. We like having Diana, but we need to have a 1-drop that we can try to play. Alright, we didn't get any. So now we're in a tough spot, because it's like, we can drop Diana, but we won't get our Nightfall effect off. But if we drop something else, we're not going to have enough to play Diana. We got a little unlucky there. I think we'll have to try to play her. But yeah, not having that double attack is going to hurt us a lot.
Moonlight
Oh, there it is. Now it showed up. Now let's actually try to use up some mana here. Alright, so we're starting to get her champion spell, which is nice. This is also going to level us, so it's going to refill our mana.
They tried to blind me with resplendence, but they could not break me.
So yeah, if we drew one of these two, we would have been totally fine as far as being able to end with our double attack. But this is kind of the great thing about the build is you keep playing it, and then you just keep drawing more of them. And then also the thing with Diana is her effect when she's leveled is Nightfall. When you activate another Nightfall, give me 2 power this round. So the fact that we just keep triggering Nightfalls just keeps giving her scaling.
Night flowers upon my blade, the promise of a new moon upon me.
Alright, so we didn't have the double attack, but we still have enough damage to still end the first round. GG. Nice. Did the speed reduce? Yeah, I dropped it to... dropped it to ×2. Because we had it on ×4 because of the monthlies, and then we forgot to change it until partway through the last match, but I didn't want to do it in the middle. But it is a little rough. We can go for the Shade Stalker. We honestly might cut the card to gain more copies of a card. 2 cuts not bad. We need to get some good 1-drops to trigger our Nightfall before we drop our Diana. A 1-cost card. Might just get it only for that. Rekindler, Monastery, or Solitary Monk. This lets us cut a card. Sure, let's go for Mana Soul. See ya, Pappy. 8-speed mod check. It is sad how slow it feels. Let's get rid of both of these. We like having multiple Dianas. We need a 1-drop. There we go. Fantastic. The great thing with the Nightmares is we start with the attack token, so we can try to end in the very first round. Here, we're not seeing a Diana with this predict, so we're actually going to skip because we don't really want any of those.
Cold and unforgiving as moonlight.
I don't like your aura.
Then stay out of my way.
We are going to have a little bit of a rough time with the fact that since we're playing her right away, the enemy will be able to do something to try to stop us. Here, we're going to play a pick a card, make them discard, just because we're about to refill our mana anyways. Because we're about to level.
They tried to blind me with resplendence, but they could not break
The double
me.
Diana is pretty great, though. We're having bad luck not drawing more Pale Cascades, though.
I cannot turn back.
Alright, so we'll be able to attack
I will be heard.
and still putting out enough damage to end turn 1. GG. This is how crazy Diana is. Once we get her Constellation, I think she might be one of the best champions in the entire game. Like, especially just the extra 1 mana, so we could drop a 2-cost card and then still be able to play Diana for the Nightfall because we refill 1 would be pretty good. I think it's possible to get a new champ like mod. Not sure exactly what you mean. Let's go for Crackshot Corsair just because a 1-cost. 1-costs are very important to us. I think we'll get rid of the Shade Stalker. While it's not bad, we have a good amount of, like, we have more of this than like anything else in our deck because we picked up a copy of it. We want our deck to be as small as possible, so we're more likely to draw Diana, draw our 1-drops, and then redraw our Diana when we're starting to spam her spell. It's fun how 95% of the 3-stars with Constellation would be insane. Is just saying 1 more mana will be broken. Yeah, that is pretty accurate. All right, let's go for the Dauntless. Yeah, I'll head here. I think after we'll probably go for the shop, trying to get another power to help us, or just get some more like 1-drops, get some good items. We'll see. All right, we have a 1-cost. We have Diana. Let's get rid of both of these. having a 1-cost unit is better than having a 1-cost like spell. Because by playing this, it actually switches priority over to them. Like, yeah. This is dying, but it really doesn't matter. Because now we can drop our Diana.
I'm actually here.
Our light grows brighter.
Great. We'll use this one to actually use up some mana. That's perfectly fine.
They tried to blind me with resplendence, but they could not break me.
Alright, so we can't really play anything else.
Night
So I
descends.
don't think we're really going to be able to
I will be heard.
end, sadly. We are doing a lot of damage, but we just didn't get lucky with our draws. I mean, yeah, they're going to block.
Your heritage.
But we do now have a pretty massive unit on our board, so it's not too bad. I think we'll drop this first so that we can then get our Nightfall effect off.
Group reporting in.
And let's just stun that guy.
Order fallen.
Meet destiny.
Alright, we have that regen. They're out of mana, so we should be fine, even though it's a little scary letting our Diana get that low. They do have mana for single combat, and that would be enough to kill our Diana. So that is a little scary. Twisted Fate, we could drop him and try to draw a card, but they can just immediately play a single combat, which is a little worrying, to be honest.
Never lost a fair game. Who has the Serpentine?
Alright. Good thing is, they're idiots. So they didn't use their single combat unless they happen to have another one.
I cannot turn back.
But yeah, we're going to be fine now.
I will be
GG.
heard.
Captain's orders.
Nice.
To the face.
How strong is Diana without the Epic Relics? I don't have Echoing Spirit and Tome. Diana is still very good. Now, like, she goes from being very good overall to very good for a 3-star. You can, yes, Tor's right, you can go for Hidden Tome and double Star Gems. That also works out totally fine. And you can run builds that use, like, Gale Force, or ones that just use Grand General's counter plan, as well as, like, Chosen if you have it. So while I think this is her best build, she is fairly versatile, and you still will be able to do some pretty good stuff with her. It's not like you have to have this build. I just think this build might be a little bit more required if you're trying to do like 6-star or 5-star challenges, but she is overall a pretty good champion regardless. That being said, like, she has great scaling and she can have pretty good draw, but she does lack removal. So if you're going into a challenge that needs removal, that'll be a little bit rough for you. I think we're going to grab the Crescent Guardian here and then end up cutting it. Again, it's a very good card, but we're just trying to refine the deck down as much as possible because we're all about trying to just end turn 1. Let's go to the shop, see if we can get something decent. Game start draw 2 gives us more chance to get what we need. That's not bad. Everything we're looking at is just, does this help our turn 1? Both of these are solid of giving us more 1-drops to play. It is going to fill up our deck a little bit more, but I think it's probably worth it. At least getting one of these. Do we care about the messenger? I don't think we want this, because not only, like, if we play it, we're then creating a bunch of other stuff in our deck, which is going to reduce the chance we actually draw our champion. So I think getting more copies of this is fine, but I think we'll leave it there. I think we'll bank the gold. Let's go and cut this one. So at 25 cards, not terrible. And let's go for Zoe.
Awesome. This is gonna be so much fun.
Imagine Diana gains 6 stars, like all cards have Nightfall, grant me 2/2, like Leona has. That would be pretty crazy. I think they're probably going to try to make it so Diana has a lot of the temporary buffs that are just focused on offense, and Leona has a lot of the grants or permanent buffs. I kind of think they'd maybe keep it that way. I think we'll hold on to Twisted Fate to increase our odds of drawing another copy of Diana. We'll hold on to one of the Heavens Align, but we don't need two. Alright, so we could drop this. I think we'll actually go for the Crackshot Corsair. Just because if we play this, they can immediately answer because it's focus speed.
Let's get it, crew. Watch them fly back in the stars.
Alright, we'll try to drop our
And watch them get really
Diana.
Ill-meant by moonlight.
This also means we also have an extra Nightfall card we can play, which is pretty nice.
Cloaked in silver light.
Man, we are having bad luck of not drawing what we need. Alright, this will level us. Alright, great, a Diana. But we don't have the draw now.
Blind me with resplendence.
Yeah.
But they could not
So we
break
probably should have used this one a little bit earlier to be able to predict and then draw out exactly what we wanted. So could have made that a little bit better. We can get rid of that one.
I cannot turn back.
Alright, so we're not gonna have enough damage to kill or to end, so we'll just do like killing as many of their units as we can.
That's what you have?
So yeah, not having good luck at all. Sometimes you just constantly are drawing the cards you need, other times you're not. Unfortunately, it's just the way it goes. We can drop a Pool Shark and then drop our Pale Cascade.
Our light grows brighter.
So that Scholar is a little worrying, but I mean, this is not really going to help us. Nightfall grants Nightfall allies 1 power. So yeah, that might just kill us. I think we'll drop this because it is fleeting, and we might need some things to play. Yeah. And the bad thing is, with their I Am Inevitable, they're just going to keep scaling. I was going to say open with this for our predict. We don't have the draw, though, but we'll still, yeah, try to make sure we get her. Get a copy of me in hand. That's not too bad. Let's drop this guy. And sure, drop one of these.
Watch them fly back in the stars.
Alright, now we're hitting a point where they're just kind of too big for us, because these units can all just get blocked out.
You spurn my gift.
So this was the thing with the Nightmares. If we don't end in like the first attack or two, their damage is going to be too much for us. And that is somewhat happening right here.
I'll shoot the wings off a built one.
Because, yeah, this is going to hurt.
Sapphire, gem of our divine patron. Not in my sights.
I think we're going to wait and drop Diana next round, just so that we can get her ephemeral copy. I think we can drop a Twisted Fate. We could get rid of their spell shield, but I think let's go for the draw.
Always up for a round or two as the Serpentine.
And let's go for a pick a card, just so we get some extra cards next round. And I think we can leave it at that. Alright, we did not draw any more of our Diana. So that is a little sad. Sure.
forced us to choose.
So we're going to try to play some of our other units just because we don't want them to immediately be able to kill us. Sure, we can drop this one here. All right, we'll drop our double Diana.
Within the darkness.
Yours is a light I cherish.
We have like 16 cards left. I'm sure there's a ton of Dianas in our deck, but we're just not finding them.
Let him think it's luck.
Sure, we can drop a pool shark here. We're trying to get some extra damage for our Diana. Just because every time we're dropping one of these units, we are
Night
buffing up our Dianas a little bit more, and we really need that right now.
I will be heard.
All right, so we'll attack like this and should be able to end. GG. That was a little rough.
And they will hear us.
Yeah, if we don't get lucky with what we're drawing and the game goes on a little bit too long, it easily can go out of hand. Like, while we seem kind of crazy and OP, it definitely can be rough. All right, Mana Deposit is an interesting one, because giving us more mana back is nice. We can then play some other units, which isn't too bad. Arcane Knowledge can potentially draw out like a Pale Cascade, which was really good. The big thing for Mana Deposit lets us play other units, but I don't know how much we really care about that. Free attack could be good. It just kind of depends on if we're going to be able to have enough of our extra Dianas to be able to buff her up. Because if they have a big unit and we're throwing Diana into that, she potentially could just immediately die. And we can only buff her during an attack phase if we get more Pale Cascades, which we've been struggling with. That's the one thing that's kind of holding me back on it. I think we're probably still going to go for it. I'm just trying to think through all the possibilities. Arcane Knowledge would be the safe route. I think we'll go for a Quick Strike. We do need to put extra damage down. This does help our OTK potential, but it could backfire and we could just accidentally kill our Diana when we play her. But I think we probably need to go for it. Credit cards cost one less. That would be decent. Stun the strongest enemy. So for one, that would make our Diana cost one less. And then it would also make all of our Pale Cascades that are, like, all the ones that are made from Echoing, they're all going to be created cards. Like, cost reduction is not bad. It could work well if we get Yips. Normally, mana's not really our issue, though. Our issue is just not having Pale Cascades to play. Again, which is kind of... I might reroll, yeah. Yeah, Crush, normally we're going to handle that anyways. Normally, mana's not really the issue. I think let's try to reroll. Bouncing Blades, that's actually solid. This gives us a card we can play every single round to make sure we trigger our Nightfall. So that will be solid. Let's go for a Caretaker. Yeah, it's like Diana is really good, but you have to try to get a couple powers to really take off. We'll reroll both of these. We don't need to worry about one drops anymore because we have our dagger. We'll hold on a Twisted Fate just to increase our odds of Diana. Let's actually get rid of that barrier.
I am one with the land.
All right, so we'll try to drop a Diana here.
Embrace the night.
Okay, they didn't want to bother at all. Let's go for a Heavens Align to try to see if we can get another Diana. We can. Interesting that these are flipped.
Moonlight guide me. to blind me with resplendence, but they could not break me.
All right, got a little lucky there. Nice.
Our light grows brighter.
Okay, got a little bit more lucky. Solid.
I cannot turn back. Face your heretic. I will be heard. Face your heretic.
We're 1 damage away.
I will be heard.
All right, if we go this way, we're going to do more damage because this one's a smaller target. We were just trying to kill another unit, but okay. GG. Solid. Oh. Hey, Jump. Yes, you are a little bit late, but that's fine. I was like 10 minutes late myself. All right, able to come away with the win there. That is solid. More copies of our Diana. This is massive because this just increases the odds that we draw her, increases the odds that we're then able to draw her again with her spell, and the power riff is nice. This is very, very good. Let's grab that. Go for the item chest. Champion draw and pick a card is solid. Trying to draw more of our Diana. We can grab that. And then looks like ad drops. We'll just wait a moment for anyone stuck in there. Yeah, it's going to be really good. I don't think we'll grab this. We don't really want to add that to our deck. And we're not going to trigger Titanic Wake immediately. So probably won't get that. About 20 seconds left, though, for anyone that was stuck in the ad. I guess let's actually leave. Shop or champion item. I think we're going to go for the champion item just to get more copies of our Diana. That's kind of the most important aspect. All right, we'd love to see evolution here. All right, everyone should be back. Let's get rid of the Titanic Wake. We're not going to trigger this on summon. 2 armed gearheads. 2 more units. They would scale up with the augment, so there would be that. So it would give us a little bit of extra damage. It could be helpful. I think let's try to go for glory, though. Let's try to see if we can get something really good. It's fine. It can help our Diana survive, since we're giving her a free attack. And yeah, let's not bother with any of this. Some things that can be fine, but we want our deck to be very concise. Let's go for the champion item. So let's go for Mist Wraith. Yeah, some champions like Diana or LeBlanc that they're going to be insane if they get their 6 stars. This isn't bad. Like it's good and bad at the same time. Like it's great that we have Diana. And these are all good, but we want more copies of her. I think since we can play her for free, we will stick with it. Because we'll have a little bit of extra mana to play with. And okay, drawing multiple Dianas, that is very good. We will drop this for the Nightfall. Alright, then we can drop our Diana.
Cloaked in silver light.
I think let's play this to try to get more copies of our Diana. We do not see her, so we're actually going to skip that one. We could play another one, but pick a card would also help. I think since we're out of the spell mana, let's actually just level first.
Our light grows. The moon is our queen. The night, her kingdom.
Because the mana refill for Hidden Tome is actually so good for us. Let's drop this again, trying to fish for a Diana. There we go. So now we can play another Pale Cascade. We know we're going to get another Diana. I think let's go for pick a card to see if we can get another Diana. We can. Fantastic. All right, and we already have more than enough damage to end. They don't have any blockers. We could push more, but this is enough. GG. Fantastic. Whew. Yeah, playing Diana always does feel very like gambling a lot, because you really are relying on the luck of the draw. We'll get the pool shark. We'll probably cut this. Fearsome Tough Spirit. I think we're going to go for the Spirit, because any increase in our damage, since we're having those like double attacks, and since we have the ephemeral copy, any increase to stats is going to really help. So even though it's not a lot, it's a little bit of Spirit, and then the big thing is getting an extra copy of the champion in our deck. So that'll be good. Let's get rid of this one, just because we have more copies of it. All right, we have 28 cards. 6 of them are Diana. Not too bad. Let's go for Darius.
Every army needs a general.
Yeah, I do find Diana very fun, because the entire time you're going through the adventure, you're really just focusing on the goal of, does this help me win turn 1? And I find that very fun. Let's get rid of the Dustbringer. The other 3 are very good. All right, again, we'll open up with the Blade's Edge. All right, those are some pretty big units. We'll drop our Diana. They might block. All right, guess not. Let's open with a Heavens Align, try to find another Diana. There we go. We're trying to really be sure we use up our spell mana, because we're going to get that refilled.
The moon is our queen, the night her kingdom.
All right, since we got that mana refill, let's try to... All right, we didn't draw our Diana. Also, the good thing is when we level, we also reactivate our Fated, so we can trigger that again. And like, this is giving us the buff. We're buffing up because we're playing a Nightfall card, buffing up because of Hextech Fabricator. It's just kind of crazy how many different elements you all have coming together. Ah, don't do that. All right, let's play a Heavens Align. Sure, we're gonna have to spend the mana for this one.
No more lies.
We put her there just to use the eye.
Our light grows brighter. Night descends. Face your heretic.
All right, so we could just keep going, but we're already very solid. Let's go ahead and end. GG. Diana's great.
Full moon casts her light across the land.
Oh, very strong. So nice to finally have a solve for that bug. Yeah, it is annoying to now know a solve for that bug. Yeah. You just need to use the Oracle die and it disappears. That was a lot of fun. It was pretty dangerous because, yeah, if we didn't end in that first round or two, the enemy does just outscale, and it almost lost us one of the games. But Diana still very fun, very broken, even at just 3 stars. Like, we just pretty easily cleared a 5.5 nightmare. So if you don't have stuff to invest in a lot of constellations, trying to pick up Diana is going to be very good. I do think this is probably her best build, but she is pretty versatile, so there's a lot of ways you can play her. Overall, though, very fun. Alright, that's fine, I guess. Honestly, for Star Crystals, I kind of don't care anymore. I have a big enough a stockpile, and I know that they're going to be releasing enough Star Crystals anytime they release a new champion, that I'm going to be able to get whatever I need with Star Crystals. So yeah, pretty much at this point, the only thing I actually care about is Nova Crystals or the Crystal Shards. Because let's just take a look. Like, for one, I have a ton of Wild Fragments. I'm going to be pretty close to that 500 cap when they bring out new champions. Still have a good amount of Nova Crystals just waiting and ready to go. But then if we look at, like, Star Crystals, for most of them, I have, like, more than enough. I think you need 50 to fully max out a champion, because, like, 10 for the 4-star and then 40 for the 5th star. So for most regions, I have more than enough to fully upgrade one champion. Like, really the only one that's not that much is the Bandle City. Everything else, like 30 for Shadow Isles, they're going to give me at least 20 when they release a new champion, just from the quests and things. So yeah, the only thing I really care about now is Nova Shards. Tried this with 3-star Gwen. It was about to play her turn 3. So I tried baiting their 7 mana first. It worked. They played a 7-cost unit, which had mana deposit. I died. Oof. Yeah, it is always risky going for those high-risk plays. All right, so the last challenge, we have Elise, 6.5. We have Hugify, so they get a giant unit right away, and they get their Scout Scheme, so they're putting a bunch of puff caps every round. And then they have the Deadly. It's been a little bit since we played this in an actual game, so we're actually going to go for our Swain. Swain is great, especially when the enemy has a unit on the board, so you can actually hit them with all of your skills. Because Cannon Barrage is nice, but it deals 2 to a unit, but 1 to the Nexus. So if you don't have any units and these all just hit the Nexus, sometimes he doesn't even level. So being sure to have a unit to hit can be pretty nice. And Swain overall just absolutely excellent. Let's go ahead and grab him here and go for the last challenge. Yeah, there's some pretty broken combos that the AI has in some of the nightmares. But yeah, like giant units with mana pods, and you're like, that's not fair at all. Bouncing Blades, that is pretty fun for Swain. Let's grab that and go for Soldier. Yeah, Bouncing Blades is actually one of the most fun with Swain, since it can hit everything, but it's just constantly getting stronger and stronger throughout the match. Let's get rid of House Spider and Legionnaire. We'll hold on to the other two. We know we're going to draw our Swain. He's our only champion. So they have 2 units on the board. I do love how good Swain is at just clearing turn 1. Alright, that will be a lot. We'll, yeah, still let that go through for now.
Empire above all.
Alright, let's drop this here. And we can probably drop this one. So yeah, we'll kill a unit, stun their other 2. That'll be pretty good. And then we can attack, get more damage down. Fantastic. Alright, so we could go for like a fire starter, but this is just going to kill everything, so I think let's go ahead and drop that one.
After the battle,
Alright, so this will deal 4 damage. Let's go ahead and stun that.
Just like I taught you.
It's going to die at the end of the round anyway, so this essentially just kills it. Get a little bit more damage there.
on Noxus. Man overboard.
Alright, let's go for our Saboteur. And then we can go for Fire Spitter.
I will break them.
Well then.
Leave them nothing.
Alright, we'll drag that aside. And this, yeah, should be more than enough to end. GG. Oh, there's so many aspects of Swain that's so fun. Like, for one, your 3-star is great. A lot of fun right there. Your 2-star, the fact that anytime a unit dies, you're dealing damage to the enemy nexus, like, that just opens up so many play patterns for you as well. Your 4th star is great for being able to buff up your units. It's like every element of Swain I just find so much fun. I think we'll go for the Mega Inferno. It's a bit overkill. Production Surge would probably be a little bit more consistent, that we could play this turn 1 to try to get our Swain. But this is just going to do so much damage. It'll be awesome. Alright, let's go for Support Champion. Let's see what we can get here. Karma. Ooh. I like Katarina. For one, it's more Noxus, meaning we're more likely to get more Noxus cards. But then we already have the Legion Saboteur, so just get another item on that. Yeah, this will be fun. Chamber. Slot Bot. Let's go here for the Spell Shield for our Swain. So let's go for Herald. Oh, Swain is just always a blast. Alright, we can hold on to the double Katarina. That guarantees we get our Swain. And having Swain turn 1 is quite important for us. Alright, once again, they have 2 units.
Empire above all. Such little life.
Alright, let's do damage just to the Nexus to stun that unit so we can have a free attack.
On Noxus.
Alright, perfect. So we can just hit their Nexus, deal damage to their units.
Oh, you gotta focus.
Pretty good. Alright, here, let's drop this first. We could play both of our spells, but we're killing 2 of their units, stunning 2 others. So let's just open with this one right here. Alright, this is wanting to do 6 damage, so by dropping this, we're just going to kill all of their units, which would be pretty nice. It would have been pretty fun if we got Explosive Finale for the 4-star, but that probably would have been a little bit too overpowered. Alright, that's a little sad, but still, GG. Oh, fantastic. Deals. Oh, that's. So this is a bit of a mixed bag. Doing Gloom instead of dealing damage to units is not great, because I think then if we use this on units, the damage doesn't carry over. So that part sucks. The good part, though, is getting this part of our deck means it gets the Pyromantic Wake on it, so it's going to deal way more damage to the Nexus. And if we only use this to target the Nexus, that means it's going to just do a ton of damage. It pretty much means we can't use it on enemy units anymore. I think we'll try to get it. It is a bit of a nerf, but also a buff, so it's kind of a toss-up. Yeah, it is a tough one. It's not just a flat upgrade. Let's get the Spell Shield right here. And let's go for Crimson Aristocrat. I could have hold off and not get it and just gamble that we'd be able to get a different upgrade on it later, but I didn't really want to risk it. Let's get rid of these 2. Again, holding on to Katarina to increase our odds of drawing our Swain. There we go, fantastic. Alright, let's drop Swain. Oh, these units, yeah, they're gonna have a lot of health.
Victory awaits. I will break them.
Alright, are they gonna play a unit? Alright, so we can again go right here, kill 1 unit, stun the 2 others. Alright, we'll drop this, doing solid damage, again stunning them. Oh, you just have so much removal as well as control. Really want 6-star Swain? Yeah, he's one of the best ones. You have the crystal? Okay, that's the hardest part then. All right, so yeah, if we try to use this on a unit, it's only going to target that unit. But if we try to hit the Nexus, it's going to stun 2 of their units. That's not too bad.
Oh, I can't wait.
I think we'll drop this right here just to have a couple blockers. And yeah, it's going to be a bit overkill, but honestly, units dying just gives us more damage on the Nexus. Oh, right. Actually, we could just do this right here and end the game. GG. I feel Swain is the best Noxus character, right? Yeah, like Mbess is fun, but I would still say Swain is better, especially at their 6 stars. Like, if you prefer focusing on your units, Mbessic could be, like, people could like her better, but I'd say Swain is definitely just a better character overall. It's not like by a huge amount, but I'd still say it's pretty confidently going to him. He's just so good. All right, we have 900 gold. Spells chest actually aren't bad, but I think we'll go for the shop. Expensive card in hand. Let's do a reroll. That actually can be okay. Like, it'd be good for our Swain, and that's mostly it. We are going up against Anivia, so I think specifically because we're going up against her, I might do that. Just to try to make it so we don't get shut down by Frostbite. I think let's do a reroll. We'd like to get another damaging spell. Okay, that's free. It's... yeah, it gives us a damaging spell, and then it gives us another one. Not too bad. Let's try one more. Okay, so we would have been able to get Blade's Edge, but honestly, that's still not bad. We'll just buy one of them for the item. And the same for right here. Decimate's kind of funny, but I think we'll pass. And let's go for the healer. What do we want to cut? Probably Might. I don't think we ever really need to play that. And let's go for Anivia.
On my wings.
Yeah, Swain is like the strongest Noxus character, one of like the strongest in the game, and then also just one of the most fun. We'll get rid of most of these. We really want to get our Swain.
A new era begins.
Master your teeth.
All right.
Empire above all.
So let's see what they play. I'll go for our Blade's Edge here. Stun their units. Alright, they play another one. This will again deal some damage, stun as well. Although I think we'll actually go for our Saboteur first, just so that in case they happen to have a 1-drop. Although I don't think they really do have any of those. I think we'll actually save this for next round when it gets the damage scaling, so we can actually try to use it to maybe clear the board. But let's go ahead and attack like this.
Nothing. Such little lies. I will break them.
Alright, very good. Alright, so let's do this here to kind of wipe their board. Also do this here for damage. Actually, I was gonna do that, but let's maybe hold off and wait for them to play more units. Huh. Or we just... I guess this has to hit their units. But GG. It seems like a bug, but I love the fact that your Pyromantic Wake scales with your damage. Like, of your 3-star. It's so broken, but it's so much fun. So Farsight is good to guarantee we get it, but Mana Deposit is really nice. I think we'll try to go the high roll option, but yeah, Farsight would be good. I like just putting up even more damage turn 1. Your first 3 spells or skills each round deal 1 extra damage. Yeah, it's an aspect on a skill, or it's an item on a skill, so it does feel a little weird that it kind of works the pyromantic way, but it's not bad. 2 armed gearheads, 2 vanguard lookouts, so extra blockers. Not bad, but it's not going to make that big of an impact, probably. It could help us if we don't draw our Swain, but I really want to get, like, Explosive Finale, so let's try to reroll. Sure. Extra mana, that can be fun. Getting more of our champion, perfect. Let's go for Scar Mother. All right, let's get rid of Sentry, and we can hold on to the rest. All right, so we could open with a Blade's Edge to make sure they can't play something, but it would be nice to have our Swain on the board to get the epic item. We also have Spell Shield, so we have that protection. Oh, they are just scaling out of control. All right, so we could go for Katarina. But I think I maybe want to go for Legion Saboteur. Dropping both of these would give us a lot of damage. She would give us another Blade's Edge. Sure.
No going back.
She's gonna steal our epic items though. But that'll be alright.
It's just an
Such little lives.
Sure, let's
We are at war.
go ahead and attack like this. Try and do as much damage as possible. We could actually hold on to this Ravenous Flock until next round. Probably would be a good idea, just so we can make sure we kill things.
For nothing. Such little lives.
No one gets in my way.
I will break them.
Alright, not too bad. Oh, we could actually drop our Mega Inferno Bomb. Sure. Alright, let's drop this and GG. Oh, love it.
History will remember us.
Alright, Grifter's deck is actually not going to be the best for us because, yeah, we don't really care about that. Get excited. It's fine. Yeah, I guess we'll grab it, but thought about doing a reroll, but I feel like we'll probably need that for later. Let's go for Colossal Hammer. Make our Swain a little bit bigger. Doubling dice. Okay, that we'll probably get. Titanic Wake. Our Swain is hitting that now? No, we're 1 away. But with the Pack Powder, I think we will actually hit it. So, sure, we can grab that. Let's buy 1 copy of this again just for the item. Scribe of Sorrows. Wait, why is it purple? That's weird. Sure, we'll save our gold for that. Try to get some extra starting mana. Let's go for Unscarred Reaver. These are solid, but again, let's just try to re-roll most things. We really want our Swain. So yeah, we hit that 8 power. Let's go ahead and drop them here. Also, it looks like ad drops. We'll just pause for anyone that did get hit by that. and it's got like the whole minute and 20 seconds approximately. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, perfect timing. Everyone should be back from the ad break. Let's go ahead and go for this.
I've got this.
All right, so again, we can go for the Katarina. I do like that Legion Saboteur. Sure, we can go ahead and drop this here.
Bloodshed begins.
I think let's drop this one first. That way our Swain levels.
Merely pawn.
But yeah, they're going to be getting a lot of buffs because we're doing so much damage to them.
I will break them.
All right, let's drop a couple of these. Help us scale up, give us some epic items.
This might hurt.
Leave them nothing.
Ooh, we have double attack. Perfect. GG.
Fire solves everything.
It is always fun just being mono region. Like,
This day.
having everything just work together thematically, whether it's you're just running all Shadow Isles or all Noxus or whatnot. I do always enjoy it. Makes me happy when things actually feel like they make sense together. Getting more copies of this isn't bad, especially if we cut it. That would greatly refine our deck. Death Lotus is actually excellent. It's a very, very good card for Swain because this hits every single unit and just gives you so much extra damage. I think we'll still go for the Arachnoid Sentry and then cut it to help our deck, but Death Lotus is very good. Yeah, I don't really see why it's epic, but let's just go for the little bit of extra starting mana. And yeah, I think let's cut this. It's a solid card, but let's see. We have 6 copies of it, so cutting it is going to make a pretty big impact on our deck. And let's go for Elise. This should be interesting because Elise gets tons of units. So we're just going to have so many targets to be able to hit. Let's get rid of the Get Excited and the Blade's Edge and one of the Pie Tosses. While all of those are excellent, we want to get our Swain. Okay, I was a little worried. So yeah, they pretty much have a full board. But that's just going to give us so much damage. We could play something else first, so that they try to play something. I think let's try to drop a Katarina.
Never play.
Alright, so they actually have a full board. So here we get our Swain to just wreck.
Empire above all. Such little lives.
Alright, we do have a lot of extra mana. I think we'll start with just playing this. None of these scales off of, yeah. I know some of our other units have the focusing crystal. I need to upstar Swain. Yeah, Swain is one that I like. Anyone, if you have the opportunity, upgrade him as much as possible. Like, he is great at just your first starting star powers, but he's so good later on too.
A little puncture and a lot. Get him.
Such little lies.
Alright, that is fine. That one will just be a 1-drop.
Or nothing.
And there isn't GG. Wow, we're not doing quite enough damage. I kind of figured with all of this that we would be one-shotting them. Oh, I guess. Yeah, giving her double attack's not that big of a deal.
Fire stomp everything.
But they had so much health that now our spell is going to do a stupid amount of damage. Like, we're going to play one spell, and it's going to hit them so hard. GG.
One way.
After 1 month, I finally got the Piltover Nova Crystal. Grats. Nice. Oh, that was a lot of fun. Swain's always a good time. I always have fun with them. Alright, GG. Swain is still excellent as always. One of the best champions in the game, but also just so much fun to play as well. And yeah, pretty good counter to this Nightmare, especially Elise, because her with her whole board doesn't matter. Them summoning you at the start of the game. Swain actually likes that. Yeah, Swain, great time. Highly recommend trying to upgrade him if you can at all. I don't know of anyone that doesn't have a fun time playing Swain. Now the question is which one to upgrade: Warwick, Jinx, Jace, or Victor. For me, the most fun is Caitlyn and Warwick. They're my two favorite champions. I think I have everyone but Echo and Vi at the 6 stars. And Caitlyn and Warwick, oh, we actually high rolled. Nice. Those are the two that are my favorite to play. Victor's not bad, but and like while his 6-star is very, very good, definitely, it's just not as fun as Caitlyn or Warwick. It's strong, definitely, super strong. Jinx is strong, but a bit boring. It still just feels like Jinx, but better. But like, if you want more Jinx, then that's great. But if you wanted something that really changes how you play, doesn't really do that at all. For Jace, it's also very solid, good time. But I still prefer like Caitlyn or Warwick personally. But all of them are good. I would say definitely go for whoever you think is going to be the most fun. Is Warwick easier to do the 5-star plus than Mbessa? Possibly yes. So in a single matchup, when they're just trying to complete one battle, I think I think Mbessa potentially has the edge because she's just a little bit stronger. But Warwick has a stupid amount of regen. So Warwick, you can take hits and you'll heal back up. For Mbessa, you don't have any of that. And so often your first round or two, you're a little bit on the weaker side. With Mbessa, you're still like developing your board. She is more of a mid-game champion. And so you might take some hits early and you just end up slowly losing health throughout the entire course of the adventure. And sometimes, even though you're dominating at like the 3rd or 4th round and absolutely destroying them, you still took a lot of damage. For Warwick, you might not end as quickly, you might even take more damage, but you have so much regen, it doesn't matter. You're constantly going into every fight pretty much at full health. And so even though I wouldn't argue that Mbessa is generally stronger than Warwick in the actual battle, Warwick has so much out of battle scaling and just help that clearing adventures with Warwick actually is easier than Mbessa, even though in combat Mbessa feels stronger. But also Warwick is just so fun to play. So yeah, generally with 6 stars, for the vast majority, I would say just go with whoever you think is the most fun, because pretty much any 6-star can help you. The Warwick 6-star is 3 hit to grant, right? Yes. After 3 points of damage, you are granted the buff. So you scale up like crazy. Actually, it's not going to be good because you can't see it there. Is it over here? Yeah. Allies have 1 power for every 3 times you dealt damage this game. And then you get the bonus effect of killing a unit. So if you already are playing Warwick and you're already having a good time with him, then I would recommend the 6-star. I wouldn't like recommend the 6-star if people like haven't played him, because I know some people don't really like him. I grabbed Victor 6-star because he's so broken. I want insanely good broken champion. Yeah, the Victor 6-star, it is broken. It is fun, but it kind of gets to the point where it's a little bit too powerful, where you're just ending games very quickly. I don't know. It's a weird one where like it's fun, but it's not as fun as I would have thought. It's definitely very, very good. It's insanely strong. But I feel like with Victor, normally I just end so fast, I don't even really get to play him that much. And yeah, it's a little bit more on the generic side. It's not as bad as I think like Echo or Jinx, where that's like super generic but strong. Victor, you can scale it and use it in so many different ways. But yeah, honestly, most of the time, especially if you go with a build like this, you just blast round 1. And so if you just want to end turn 1 consistently, sure, this is great for that. But you're kind of not really playing the game anymore, because you just, the same thing's happening every single round. You go in, you win, and it's just like, eh. I think I learned from 6-star Viego. 1 week play, it feel like it's boring. Viego I actually have a better time with. See, that's the thing, for a lot of the champions, I try to go for a build where it's not trying to be the most overpowered, it is more fun. That's why for like Victor, I normally don't go for this. I like to get rid of like the Echoing Spirit and go for Symphony normally. So you're just getting something random to play to spice things up. And so that is really nice instead of just trying to get double Victor on the board turn 1. And then, so that's my go-to. That's one I like better, even though it's not putting out as upfront damage. And then for Viego, I love going for pretty much similar route, but going for Spellweavers and Portal Pals. I think I just went over it, yeah. Because then this gives you more card generation and different random things to play that all work really well with your Viego. And so this is, again, spicing things up so every round doesn't feel the same. And even though this one is a little bit harder to get working because you have to stay in your region, it's still like more fun. So yeah, some of the 6-stars, you do have to try to find a build to make your not too OP, like you're still incredibly strong, but enough that you're still kind of playing the game. Yeah, for Piltover, I really did like Warwick a lot. He's one of my favorites. You probably just said that, but why Symphony on Viego? A lot of your 2-drops are really good. It also helps mitigate some of the biggest issues with Viego, which is you run out of things to play. So it helps you. It also just makes the game feel different because you're getting a random card. And so it's helps spice things up. But if we actually just quickly glance at the spells for Shadow Isles, almost all of these are really good for Victor. So grant unit, Gloom, draw 1, that's fine. But kill an ally, draw 2, killing one of your own units, excellent. You really want to be able to do this because then this is giving you some more generation for your mists. So anything that's killing an ally, great. So this is great, this is great. Having extra units on the board that you can then either fill up your board, get cost reduction for your Viego from Disciple, and then drop him and kill them all, or just have them scale up and then scale up your units from your like 3-star or your 6-star. That's good. So anything summoning units, also really good. Almost all of them are really excellent for you. Lamb's Respite, not really great. Song of the Isles is like fine. But most of the 2-cost cards for Shadow Isles is like summoning ephemerals or killing your own units, and both of those are excellent for your Viego. So you want to add not many regions to your run. Yeah, if you're going for that build, you want to stay just in Shadow Isles, which I already enjoy. Like I talked about earlier, I like it when my runs are mono region, because just then everything works better together, even just thematically, and I think it's a little bit more fun. And then also for Viego, you get some benefits because some of your bonus stars, like right here, Shadow Isles followers you acquire in adventures have pickaxe. So by staying in your region, you get rewarded for getting extra stats on them. So there's another just further reason to stay in there. I think the best portal pals to equip when you play Noxus and Shadow Isles, when you don't want Otacon anyways. Yeah, Noxus isn't bad. If you have to go into another region, Noxus isn't bad to pair with Shadow Isles at all. My Misfortune build is this. Do you think 4-star Victor and Warwick can beat the Viego Adventure without Epic Relics? Yes. Yes, I do. The Viego Adventure is the easiest 5-star adventure in the game, in my opinion. Like, it's still a 5-star adventure. It's still going to be relatively challenging. But if you compare it to, like, Lysandra or Swain, I think it's much easier. Why Packed Powder? For one, it lets you play her as a 1-cost, and then you get the benefit of your Yip's Genius. So that's really good. But then you also get the benefit of your Shock and Awe when an ally that costs 1 or less attacks. So you get another skill to go off. So that also goes well with your 6-star, so it does more damage anyways. So that's all why you use it. Also because of your Powder Monkeys, since they are dying every round, you're getting the scaling guaranteed every single round. So she's just always scaling up. So it's doing a lot for you. I think they do the same, but big guns instead of Buru. Spirit of the Buru is nice because since Misfortune is going to a 1-cost, she then gets Overwhelm, Quick Attack, and Fury. Overwhelm on Misfortune is very important because you're doing so much damage with your skill that people are normally just going to block you, and then your attack is going to fizzle because it's not going to be able to have the Overwhelm to still punch through when the target's dead. So that's really important. It's also really good because then your little monkeys, your Powder Monkeys, they get Skirmishing Saber. So since they have Overwhelm, you can then use the Challenger with them to drag enemy units aside, and you're essentially not losing out on any damage. If I don't have Shock and Awe, is it still worth it? Yes. She is still solid. She's definitely, Shock and Awe helps a lot, but she's still fine. You can go for like Echoing, Ludens, or Big Guns. So it's still fine. All right, that's it from me. I gotta go edit some videos. Thank you all for hanging out. We won't be streaming on the weekend, but we should be back here on Monday. Hope you all have a great rest of the day and a great weekend. See ya.